are going. Retailers want to see how much foot traffic
there
and
are
car
weird
traffic goes
uses,
by.
right? I mean, there's a lot being talked about now about personalized billboards. That a billboard will see you walk by. Now they can recognize your gender really quickly, and they can give you an ad that you might like better.
Wow.
But if they now know you by name, the same ad now follows you around town.
That is...
And then onto Facebook and onto Google, and it gets really weird.
It sounds like science fiction. So for one of the things you're leading up to, you've already foreshadowed a little bit, is the combination of these eyes in the sky, and frankly, eyes everywhere. Every building will have cameras on and so forth. All that information now is going to be networked. Previously, the CCTV cameras weren't networked, but now they're networked. And we can cross-reference that with your location data. So your phone in your pocket, as I said earlier, it's a spy. It's really like little brother is watching you. You're carrying little brother around with you. That's leading us into this wonderful new world of behavior tracking. This is the white-hot center of online advertising at this point. It's the hottest field for online marketing, where we can actually kind of predict patterns of behavior, predict who we can market to next, some of the things you were just alluding to. Tell me a little bit about super cookies. Here we've got a goofy picture of super cookies, but this is actually kind of a creepy new development in browser technology.
Well, so the idea is that people have started to catch on. Some of them have.
Right, it's actually not that new.
Right. Oh, it's true. You clear out your cookies so you can't be tracked online.
Yeah, we're familiar with that. You clear
but it turns out there's a lot of
cookies.
other ways you can do that. There are plugins like Flash that allow separately data to be stored that can be used for tracking purposes. And there's stuff like browser fingerprinting. Your browser sends a lot of information about how your system is configured, and it turns out that very often that's enough to uniquely identify you, the sort of precise combination of different
Just search
system
history,
settings.
the websites that you visit, and so on.
Even things like the fonts on your computer. I mean, computers tend to have fingerprints that uniquely identify them. What we're really learning is, and it's worse on something like a smartphone, that it's really, really hard, probably impossible, to not be tracked. Mm-hmm. That even if you do all the things right, enough happens around you that the data is being collected.
Right.
And then, of course, once it's collected,
and
you don't know where it goes.
Right. It's the future of advertising. Even the Magic Kingdom is using a kind of technology. This is an example from Disneyland where your family can have a RFID bracelet, a little radio frequency tag bracelet that they can wear so your kids can run around Disneyland and you can kind of identify them. But that's not the only people who are watching. It turns out Disneyland loves this because they can now track traffic flows within the theme park, and they can see if you're spending more time in Tomorrowland than Frontierland and so forth. They also know if dad is spending time drinking a beer while his kids are on the rides. It also means that the different Disney characters can greet you by name because they'll see your name on some device that they're holding, and they can actually say hello, which for parents who've taught their kids not to talk to strangers who address them by name, this starts to create kind of a